Hi, I would like to talk to you about a class of materials that will revolutionize our world. These materials are just like the wires that transmit our electricity, but can do so much more. These are superconductors. First, let's explain what a conductor is. Electricity is simply the movement of electric charge, carried by tiny particles called electrons. These electrons flow through the material to generate what's known as an electric current. Some objects block electrons from transmitting a current. These materials are known as insulators. Materials that do let the electrons move through are known as conductors, like metal. However, every material still has some resistance to the current. This resistance causes the current to lose energy as it flows through the material. However, there are certain materials that, at a low enough temperature, have absolutely no resistance to electricity passing through them. These materials are known as superconductors, and through these materials we can pass extremely high currents without losing any energy from that current. In addition, the superconductor has a unique property of pushing out all the magnetic fields that may be inside it into the outside world, meaning that it becomes an extremely strong magnet. Now, how is this useful? We can use the various properties of the superconductor to build many things almost impossible without them. We can use them to transmit power in our electric grid so that it becomes more energy efficient and environmentally friendly. We can use them to make wind turbines more efficient and lower greenhouse gas emissions. We already use superconductors as powerful magnets that help in taking pictures of the human body, and as a way to levitate trains using magnets. We could also use them in science, like detecting particles. However, all these applications will be extremely expensive because the temperature at which superconductivity occurs is very, very low, usually more than 200 degrees Celsius below zero. The only material that cold, liquid helium, is extremely costly and very rare. There are classes of materials that do better, achieving superconductivity at about negative 100 degrees Celsius, but they are still very expensive to keep cool. The only way we can make superconductivity more affordable so it can be used in all these applications is to find superconductors that work at higher and higher temperatures. This is what I hope to do, to find materials that can superconduct at higher and higher temperatures so that it becomes much cheaper to use for any application. I want to look at particular materials called ceramics that could become superconducting at temperatures higher than 50 degrees Celsius, which would make it much easier and cheaper for all the applications I mentioned above. My ideal discovery would be a material that could superconduct at a temperature above 30 degrees Celsius below zero, so that we can use the technologies generated from this in our everyday lives, in homes, in schools, and businesses of everyone in the US affordably. Developing technologies like extra-efficient power transmission and magnetic levitation will not only be steps to more advanced technology, but will help make our society more comfortable and sustainable. For that, we need to have researchers developing the best superconductors possible for all these applications.